teachers, you made adjusting to work life at Annisvale seem very, very easy. You had to put up with a whole lot. And you only complained when it became really, really unbearable. The ladies, you had to purchase new footwear. The traditional kipscops couldn't make it out there. After 2-3 steps, the shoes heel drop in. We had to deal with water issues, bathroom issues, heat issues, fleas, a bell that still is not working. But you toughed it out. Trying to fill the many gaps that COVID and souffre created, all of you stepped up. Thank you. In term 2, we had sports. We had exams. And I'm talking about full body exams. And I'm talking about full sports meet. All the bells and whistles. But you met all of your deadlines. You submitted your marks. You uploaded on the student management system. We distributed our reports on time. And you did all of that in heat. Grateful. In term 3, you pressed on, very short term, a lot of work to cover. But again, staff, you did it. Teachers, you are phenomenal. We still have a lot to cover. We still have a lot of work to do. But what you have demonstrated this academic year says that no matter what is hurled in your direction from life, we can face it head on and we can deal with it. That's our Paraspera Dastra moment. Coming out of our promotion meetings, we saw significant improvement. Reduced numbers in students failing, reduced numbers in students repeating, reduced numbers in conditional promotions. Through rough ways to the stars. I thank you, teachers. I salute you for all that you have done this academic year. To the hardest working senior management team and Management Plus, I am very grateful for the work that you have put in. Now, there are some members of the management team, when they pass in front of the officers, duck. I am aware that I may have fatigued you with my lengthy management meetings and with some of the demands I would have asked of you. I'm not saying sorry. I'm saying thank you. Not having a deputy headmaster present has proven to be quite a challenge. Paraspera ad Astra. We have only up to go, team. Through rough ways to the stars. Thank you, HODs. Thank you, Deans of Discipline. Parents, you have been with us throughout your son's sojourn here at the St. Vincent Grammar School. You have been with us in the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, pre-COVID, COVID, post-COVID-ish, pre-souffre, souffre, post-souffre-ish. I know for sure that this particular last year was one of the most taxing for you. There were many unknowns, and sometimes for many of you, anger, frustration were your closest companions when you have to deal with this in Vincent Grammar School. Paraspera ad astra. Your sons, your wards, have completed their time here, and they're now graduating from the oldest secondary institution in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with a very, very rich history of excellence, through rough ways to the stars. Thank you, parents. Your support and input is very much appreciated. I pray and hope that you will continue to work with your sons, with your wards, especially in this epoch where the tendency to let our boys, our young men, loose to the wilds of the world. I implore you to desist, please, from doing this. Speak to them. Listen to them. Love them. Respect them. Protect them. To our graduates, our guests of honor, all this fuss is for you. You have made it to the end. Give yourselves a round of applause. And definitely, young men, you have lived the school's motto. Like the teaching faculty and the clerical staff, you guys have made it, have had it rough. Especially these last 2 years. I hope that when you look back on this experience, that you would appreciate how better prepared for life this would have made you. I really do not know if any other generation prior to yours or prior to mine would have gone through what all of you young men would have gone through. And to marry all of that with the pressures of performing well and improving last year's results is quite a tall order. I know, though, that you're leaving the portals of this fine institution tougher, smarter, and better equipped to face whatever life is going to hurl at you. And I hope that you would have made and that you will maintain strong bonds of friendship with your classmates. Young men, I know that my interactions with you this academic year were very limited. And the moments when there were interactions, I was probably quarreling with you. Through rough ways. My expectations are high. And I make no apologies for that. You are the best of the best. You are the cream of the crop. You could clap for that. You are graduating from the St. Vincent Grammar School, so wear your badge with gleaming pride. You have had, permeating through your 5 or so years here, many paraspera moments. But at this juncture, young men, this is your star moment. Congratulations. You have done it. Go out and be the best ambassadors of your beloved alma mater, the St. Vincent Grammar School. Continue to soar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hugh Colin Sam. Let me invite us to again put our hands together and show some appreciation for the headmaster and the work that he continues to do. Mr. Sam, we commend you on a job well done. At this time, we are going to reward or recognize our students in the various areas. When we speak of celebration, this is the time when we really celebrate. I know that we are in the sanctuary, but you will be permitted to make some noise throughout this section of the program. We will begin with the most outstanding student in each subject area offered at the school. I will now invite Mrs. Roxanne Williams, Dean of Discipline, Form 4, and the head of the business department, who will present the first set of awards. She will be assisted by Ms. Karen Buchan, Dean of Discipline, Form 5, head of the English department and co-chair of this year's graduation committee. So we have Ms. Karen Buchan and also Ms. Karen Lane, Dean of Discipline, Form 5 and co-chair of the graduation committee. Check. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hugh Collins Sam Award for Additional Mathematics, Keanu Child. The Elias Jr. Williams Award for Biology, Nikolai Williams. And of course, Mrs. Williams is presenting this award on behalf of her son, who is a sponsor of the award. The Curtis M. King Award for Caribbean History. This goes to Daquan Lynch. Thank you. The Roxanne Williams Award for Chemistry goes to Joshua Brown. The Addison Edwards Award for Economics. This goes to Matthew Israel. The Jeffrey Hathaway Award for EDPM, Nicola John. the Hans King Award for English Language, Jason Sandy. And Jason will also receive the SVGS Award for English Literature. The Darrell Williams Award for French, Pierce Henry. The Grenville Williams Award for Geography, Nikolai Williams. The SVGS Award for Industrial Technology, Renali Hillocks. Thank you very much, Mrs. Williams. I now invite Mr. Gary Thomas, Dean of Discipline Form 1, the head of the Humanities Department, to present the next set of academic awards. The Terence Latchman Award for Information Technology, Nikolai Williams. The Colville King Award for Integrated Science, Nicolan John. The Altilio Glasgow Award for Mathematics, Denary James. The Pete Oliver Award for Office Administration, Darren Edwards. The Akin John Award for Physical Education, Jaden Daniel Francis. The Antonia Dublin Award for Physics, Nikolai Williams. The Jabari Dublin Award for Principles of Accounts, Pierce Henry. The Ricky Burnett Award for Principles of Business, Pierce Henry. The Cleveland Sam Award for Social Studies, Zenol Games. The Joel Providence Award for Spanish, Nikolai Williams. The Calvert Jones Award for Visual Arts, Don Paul Samuel. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas. And our final academic award will be presented by the Corey and Kyle Brown Award for Technical Drawing, presented by Kyle Brown. This goes to Renali Hillocks. Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. Congratulations to all the awardees. Mrs. Susanna Olivier is the Dean of Discipline for Form 2 and the Head of the Sports and Information Technology Department. I now invite Mrs. Olivier to present the sporting awards. The most outstanding student of the graduating class in the area of athletics, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Bartley. Most outstanding student at basketball, Ajay Adams. Most outstanding student at cricket, Renali Hillocks. And ladies and gentlemen, Renali has been selected on the national under-19 cricket team to represent St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Most outstanding student at football, Nikolai Williams. Most outstanding student at table tennis, Caleb Howard. Thank you very much, Mrs. Olivier. I now invite Ms. Tomiko Edwards to present a special award for outstanding contribution to Reeves House for the 5 years that he was a student from 2017 to 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the students and teachers of Reeves House, we congratulate Cody Bartley and thank him immensely for his contribution for the past 5 years to arguably the best house. Thank you very much, Ms. Edwards. We continue with our awards, but just before that, the following vehicles, please. Could you go and attend to or move T8000, a pickup, T8000, P4024, P4024, P4092, P4092, and RJ20. RJ20, all those drivers, please proceed outside and take care of that. You're blocking someone. All right, we continue with our awards, and at the St. Vincent Grammar School, we also present awards in the form of cash. The following awards are all cash awards. The subjects are grouped in departments, and as such, we will recognize outstanding students from the graduating class in each department. We begin, if the persons, we have some representatives here, they will come and present the award. The Central Water and Sewage Authority Award for the most outstanding humanities student. Ladies and gentlemen, that award goes to Daquan Lynch. We invite Mr. Kirk De Silva to present the Kirk De Silva Award for Most Outstanding Industrial Arts Student, Renali Hillocks. The Louis Deschong Award for Most Outstanding Modern Language Student, Keanu Child. The award will be presented by Mrs. Antonia Dublin on behalf of Mr. Deschong. We now invite the representative from Edwin Delane and Sons Limited to present the following awards. The Most Outstanding Business Student, a cash award of $1,000, P.S. Henry. Outstanding Business Award, valued at $500, Daquan Lynch. Cash award valued at $500, Outstanding Business Student Award, Matthew Lackram. We'll ask the headmasters to step in for those companies that do not have a representative here. Outstanding Science Students. The award from the Learning for Living, Nikolai Williams, Most Outstanding Science Student. Mr. Sam? Mr. Sam will also present Outstanding Science Student, the Advanced Health, Urgent Care and Wellness Award for Outstanding Science Student Joshua Brown. The Sir Frederick Ballantyne Award for Outstanding Science Student, Jamari John. The Most Outstanding English Student, Jason Sandy. Most Outstanding Mathematics Student, Anu Child. Most Outstanding Sports and Technology Student, Jaden Daniel Francis. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Congratulations to all the awardees. We continue with the presentation of special awards. We invite Mr. Kelron Harry, President of the St. Vincent Grammar School PTA, to present the next set of awards. The Andrew Cummins Award is presented to the student who best balances sports with academics. The Andrew Cummins Award goes to Cody Bartley. This year we have renamed one of our special awards The Perseverance Awards from this year will be called the Faith Oodle Award for Perseverance. This award is presented to the student who demonstrated the ability to rise above all his struggles and adversities and has conformed to the practical reality of the school's motto, through rough ways to the stars. The award this year will be given in honor of our beloved school counselor who we lost a few years ago. Weeks ago. This year we have 3 recipients of the Faith Oodle Award for Perseverance. Ladies and gentlemen, Deontay John. Gabriel Lavigne. And Matthew Israel. The most dedicated prefect award is presented to the prefect who performed his duties with dedication and great honor. The most dedicated prefect of the class of 2022 is Don Paul Samuel. The award for service to the school. This year's recipient represents the student who will go above and beyond the call of duty to serve the school. Once you call on him, he will not turn down an opportunity to serve. This student served with a smile always. The management of the school is pleased to recognize the contribution for the outstanding student. This special award for service to the school goes to Irvin Carr. The ISCCF award recognizes a student who has given outstanding contribution to the group. The recipient this year has been a member of the ISCCF group from the time he entered the school in 2017. He is not afraid to publicly demonstrate his faith in God. The Inter-School and Colleges Christian Fellowship recognizes Mr. Nikolai Williams. Thank you very much, Mr. Harry. Congratulations to all the recipients. We invite Mr. Hugh Collins Sam, the headmaster, to present the Headmaster's Award, which is presented to the student who embodies the true ideals of the school and exhibits dedication and leadership. The Headmaster's Award for 2022 goes to Matthew Israel. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. The Dr. Errol King Memorial Award for the most rounded student. This award recognizes a student that best represents excellence in all areas: sports, academics, leadership, deportment, conduct. The student must be a team player, driven to leadership, and possesses a healthy social consciousness. The recipient of the Dr. Errol King Memorial Award for 2022 is Nikolai Williams. We invite a representative from the Dr. Errol King Memorial Foundation to present the award to Nikolai Williams. Congratulations to Nikolai, most rounded student. Thank you, Mr. Tony. The headmaster will now return to present the award to the valedictorian, the student who best represents the entire graduating class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Nikolai Williams. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. There's one more award. We are not sure if Kaji Jack is present, but at least we can recognize him. The most outstanding CSEC results from 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we recognize Mr. Kaji Jack. I now invite Mr. John Jacobs of Sol EC Limited. Back in 2010, the St. Vincent Grammar School young leaders made this award part of their project. The idea is to award the student at each year level who best embodies academic excellence, ideal conduct, involvement in core and extracurricular activities, as well as a demonstration of leadership. When Sol Energy Company was approached, they gladly came on board and has been sponsoring this award since. I now call on the recipients to receive the award. The most outstanding first form student, Jaden George. The most outstanding second form student, Kazim James. The most outstanding third form student, Brandon George. And Brandon was a successful candidate at the Carifta Swimming Championship earlier this year. Congratulations, Brandon George. Most outstanding fourth form student, Bradley Alexander. And Bradley is currently the interim head boy. And the most outstanding fifth form student, Nikolai Williams. Nikolai won this award when he was in Form 1. And he's the outgoing head boy of the school. Thank you very much, Mr. John. And let me thank all our sponsors. Could you put your hands together and appreciate all the various sponsors of the awards. We follow in our program. At this time, we are preparing to hear from our featured speaker. Mr. Kirk De Silva was born in the Mariaqua Valley, where he attended the Mariaqua Primary School. He then attended the St. Vincent Grammar School, where he completed his O-levels and A-level studies. He is a chartered accountant, being a fellow of the Association of International Accountants, UK. A fellow member of the Institute of Financial Accountants in the UK, fellow of the Institute of Public Accountants, Australia. He has completed studies in fraud and forensic accounting and is a certified member of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, USA. Kirk is also a member of the American College of Forensic Examiners and a member of the Institute of Certified Forensic Accountants of Canada. He is a qualified banker, having qualified as a member of the Institute of Canadian Bankers. He also holds diplomas in financial counseling, investment funds in Canada, and a certificate in international auditing from the Association of the Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA. Kirk's early training was at the local office of Coopers & Lybrand's Chartered Accountants, now PricewaterhouseCoopers, and has served in management positions in the banking industry and various other business entities. As a qualified banker, he served as a lecturer in financial services with the Eastern Caribbean Institute of Bankers. He is a former lecturer in the Professional Accounting Program, ACCA, as well as a former lecturer at the University of the West Indies Open Campus. He is a past president of the Rotary Club St. Vincent and a past president of the St. Vincent JCs. He has served on the boards of charitable organizations such as the School for Children with Special Needs and the St. Vincent Children's Welfare Fund Committee. He is a former director of the St. Vincent Electricity Services Limited. He is presently the managing partner of KDLT Chartered Certified Accountants, a member firm of Russell Bedford International. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our featured speaker for today, Mr. Kirk De Silva.
I was saying this morning I wanted to wear my jacket with my tie, my grammar school jacket. But I am from a family of 10 boys and 1 girl. And I am number 10. And by the time the jacket reached to me, it had turned brown rather than green. And I remember my worst days in grammar school was actually the first days and the last days, because I received some heckling for my jacket. Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Kim Martin Jack, Reverend Dr. Cecil Richards, Reverend Kyron Harry, President of the PTA and other members of the executive, Headmasters in Vincent Grammar School, Mr. Hugh Collins Sam, past headmasters of the St. Vincent Grammar School, Deputy Headmistress of the Girls High School, principals of other schools, members of staff of the grammar school, representatives of the various sponsors of prizes and awards, specially invited guests, parents, guardians, and graduates. It is indeed a distinct honor to be speaking at such an important ceremony in the lives of some of our most remarkable young men. I wish to start my presentation today with a quote from Dr. A. Cecil Cyrus, an outstanding alumni of this very institution. The quote is taken from his magnificent book, A Dream Come True, the autobiography of a Caribbean surgeon. And he wrote of being driven relentlessly by the monomania and preoccupation of being a doctor since the age of 7. He had this to say: "The overwhelming educational and other adversities which I had come to overcome in the pursuit of this consuming ambition taught that most potent of lessons, that limit exists only in the mind, and that one can achieve anything one but has the driving will to do so." And I think it's an appropriate quotation, as Dr. Cyrus, most of you may know, came from a very humble background, but eventually became one of the most respectable surgeons, not only in St. Vincent and in the Caribbean, but is well known throughout the world. But, as the team suggested, he had his problems. He spoke about his financial difficulties in obtaining his education, and not only that, but the evil of racism that he experienced at Edinburgh, but still he overcome them and became an outstanding surgeon. I believe this quotation is most appropriate in setting the tone for my presentation this morning, which is "Through rough ways to the stars, driven, disciplined, and determined," a theme synonymous to the words with the motto of the school, "Per aspera ad astra, through hardships to the stars." As I address you graduates this morning, I want to let you know that you live in an age of unprecedented opportunity. If you have ambition and is fairly smart, you can rise to the top of your chosen profession, regardless of where you started out. It's all up to you to carve out your place, to cultivate a deep understanding of yourself, to learn what your values are, and to place yourselves where you can make the greatest contribution to your country and to the wider world. As you start your journey into your various vocations, always take heed that the true fruits of successful living are not material. They are contentment, the joy of being useful, and growth through the fulfillment of your talent. As of today, every decision you can possibly make is about choosing what is right for you. Each of these choices, I assure you, will have its rewards and its liabilities. If you do have a vision already, make sure it is your vision you are following. And I want to emphasize this. Don't go to medical school because that is what mommy and daddy want you to do. And I'll share this experience of a good friend of mine who insisted, he's a medical doctor, and he insisted his son attend medical school. His son wanted to study to be an architect. Well, the young man had no choice, and he was sent to England. And of course, you would guess what the outcome would have been. He failed, or he refused to work, because that was not his calling. I think today he has a first degree in English literature and never went to do his architectural studies. Don't become a fast bowler because you're 6 feet 5 inches tall and your friends told you that you will become a good cricketer. Don't become a teacher, a nurse, or a policeman simply because it's something to do. And I assure you, a lot of times people do not succeed if they are doing something that they really do not love. I myself grew up with a family of 10 boys and 1 girl. And I've always said, I listen to my own music and I dance to my own tunes. That does not mean that I did not listen to others. I encourage you to seek good friends, to have wise counsel, and be willing to stretch yourself beyond the limit at times, but definitely to stretch yourself all the time beyond your comfort zone. You must never wait for things to happen to you. You must make things happen for you. Each day, you must wake up enthusiastic. Live your life with passion, thinking big, acting big, and dreaming big. The great hotelier Conrad Hilton, in his book, Be My Guest, urges us to live with enthusiasm. For there's nothing worth doing that can be done without it. Hilton went on to say that there's no such thing as being a little bit enthusiastic. You either are or you aren't. You cannot take it by the spoonful. Enthusiasm must sweep into every department of your life. Your studies, your home, your recreation, and when you have completed your studies, you must take it into your profession. The evangelist T.D. Jakes speaks about getting there. Of course, in this case, he was not alluding to getting to heaven. There, he asserts, is why a teacher teaches. It is what makes the doctor tend to his patients. It is what makes the engineer pursue his craft. It is what makes the businessman work even harder. There is not the neighborhood one lives in. There is in the place in life where you will reach to your full purpose and potential. The fact is, you have to work to get there. I wish also to say to you, graduates, that you are going to meet obstacles in your path. Look upon them as challenges, as tests on your way to the finish line. So you're going to have setbacks. But sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, it is not other people who will put rocks in your way. It is you who may put them in your own way. When, for example, you hold on to your mistakes, you're putting rocks in your path. When you follow the wrong crowd or friends, you're putting rocks in your path. And when you're not disciplined towards improving yourselves and lack the ambition and drive to move on, you're putting even more rocks in your way. That's why when you make a commitment, you must make that commitment of reaching for the stars to achieve your set purposes and never give up that aim in your lives. Disappointments are really your best teacher. It may be difficult to understand at the time, but a little failure can be an effective tool in your life. Everywhere you look, there are examples of incredibly successful people who have failed at something. And I want to give you talk about Colonel Sanders. Every one of you would know about will know KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, it is claimed that she tried to get financing more than 100 times to finance his franchise. But he never gave up. And that's the point I want to make. You can talk about Abraham Lincoln, who tried over and over again before he succeeded in becoming the President of the United States. And there are a lot of local examples, which I do not want to go into, but who have reached the top. You will hear negative things about yourselves. One of the things I want to tell you, and I say it, I know a lot of people may not want to hear it, but we live in a pull-down society. People will pull you down. And sometimes what is sad is that they pull you down when you're doing well. When you're achieving, that's when you get pulled down the most. I complained once to a lady and she said, "Why are you complaining? They don't stone an empty mango tree, you know. It's when the mango tree has ripe ones and juicy mangoes that it gets the most stones." So I urge you that when you get your stones, let it go through one ear, come through the next. Someone once said, if you let negativity grow in you, it grows like an embryo. So please don't let the negative vibes pull you down. The other thing I want to encourage you to do is to read. In my view, being bright is no substitute to knowledge. And there are too many of our professionals who are good doctors, good lawyers, good accountants, but that's as far as it. They're very limited otherwise, in my view. So I encourage you to read. You may ask, how does this fit into today's topic? The answer is simple. It is by reading that we learn the great men, contributions of great men and women, their struggles, their determination to achieve their goal. There are far too many of our young graduates, pathetically, even those from our own University of the West Indies, who will tell you that they have never heard the great names of West Indians, such as Dr. Williams. In fact, I was speaking to a group of young accountants. Well, they're graduates of the University of the West Indies, not yet chartered, but reaching there, studying towards their professional exams. And one of them studied at St. Augustine in Trinidad. And somehow the conversation came up about Dr. Eric Williams. And that young lady who graduated with a first-class honors from St. Augustine in Trinidad never heard of Dr. Eric Williams. So some of us are graduating from UWI, never heard of Cheddy Jagan, of Mary Shaw, of Sir Frank Worrell, of Clement Payne, of George Lamming, Errol Barrow, C.L.R. James, Derek Walcott, Walter Rodney, and I believe may not even have heard of our own George McIntosh. We talk every day of anti-colonialism, of nationalism, of reparation, and of our own Caribbean civilization. We celebrate National Heroes Day and Independence Day. Yet there are schools in our little island where history is not being taught at the CSEC level. I see the CEO is here with us this morning, and I hope she has some work to do. It honestly behooves me that when we have scholarships to study in the United States, that you must do in America first-year history. So our students are leaving, study American history, and come back home without doing Caribbean history. I find it pathetic, to say the least. The treatment of our people by our colonial masters must have been the driving force behind the performances of such people like Larry Constantine, Frank Worrell, and those of you who play cricket. I want to urge you that you read the history of West Indies cricket. In my view, I believe our cricketers are not performing to their best ability because they have failed to recognize the significance of cricket to West Indians. So I want to urge you to read. I was making the point, though, that the treatment of our people by our colonial masters must have been the driving force behind the performances of people like Larry Constantine, Frank Worrell, the three W's of Weeks, Walcott, and Worrell. And as young cricketers, those of you who play cricket, you must know about the three W's. Gary Sobers, Vivian Richards, and others on the cricket field. They were passionate, rebellious men who railed against the iniquitous status quo of colonialism and racism. The point is, all of these men were driven, disciplined, and determined to fight racism and colonialism by their brilliance on the cricket field. That was cricket beyond what CLR Dreams called beyond the boundary. I am inspired by the autobiographies of outstanding men and women. I read recently of the brilliance of one of our alma mater's headmaster, Frederick William Reeves. How many of you know that this brilliant scholar had reached the sixth form at Harrison College, Barbados, at the age of 13 years? Reeves' house is named after him. I wonder how many of the students would have passed through the St. Vincent Grammar School really knowing of this outstanding man. I am not going to be long. I got caned 5 times by Mr. Winston Batiste, and I don't want a 6th one from Mr. Sam. So I'm going to stick to my time frame. My Caribbean hero, the late national hero of Barbados, Prime Minister of Barbados, the Right Honorable Errol Walton Barrow, once asked the question of the members of his party, and the question was, what kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? What kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? I asked of you this morning, to all the graduates, what kind of mirror image do you have of yourself? Let me, as I conclude, tell you the kind of mirror image that maybe society maybe expect that of you. That you pursue your career with zeal. That you become outstanding citizens of this country, living exemplary lives. That you speak out vehemently on matters affecting the rule of law in your country. Too many of our young people are too quiet. That you be honest. And finally, that you look up to people when you can, down to no one. May God continue to bless each of you, and I wish you all the best as you move into the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kirk De Silva. At this time, we will invite Alex Roberts of the graduating class to show our appreciation to the guest speaker who did an excellent job this morning. Excellent. So we invite Mr. Kirk De Silva once more to receive a token of our appreciation on behalf of the graduating class. Mr. Alex Roberts, Deputy Head Boy, will now present a token of our appreciation to say thank you for a job well done. Thank you very much, Mr. Roberts. Thank you, Mr. De Silva. At the St. Vincent Grammar School, we are blessed with many talented students. We have some poets, artists, technicians, whole set of DJs. Where's my friend Orvin? We have musicians, certainly, and we have some singers. 2 members of the graduating class will now entertain us with their voices. I invite Clive Brown and Kiman Duncan of Form 5 Business 1 to entertain us this morning. The song is The World's Greatest.
I am a river down in the valley. Oh, I am a vision, and I can see clearly. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain we go high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest, yeah. I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the road. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. I am a giant. I am an eagle. Oh, I am a lion. Down in the jungle, I am a marching band. I am the people. Oh, I am a helping hand, and I am a hero. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest, yeah. I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the ropes. I can feel it. Ooh, I'm the world's greatest. In a ring of life, a rainbow, I will reign, and the world will notice again. Oh yeah. Wherever is darkness, I'll shine a light. And the mirrors of success reflecting me. I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. And I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the road. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. Yeah. I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the road. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. Yeah. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the ropes. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest.
Thank you very much to Miss Clivert Brown and Kimon Duncan. Beautifully done. Put your hands together again and show some appreciation to the young men. At this time, the form teachers will present the graduates to the Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack. Mrs. Jack will present the certificates to the graduates. Graduates, you will then receive your tokens and proceed to the photo station before returning to your seats. The form teachers will present the forms in the following order. Form 5 Arts, Miss Tanil James. Form 5 Business 1, Mrs. Rosalind Paul. Form 5 Business 2, Miss Lanik Cambridge. Form 5 General Technical, Miss Cherise King. Form 5 Integrated, Miss Afi Martin. And Form 5 Science, Mr. Rodden Bentic. At this time, I invite the Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, to stand in position. The co-chairs of the graduation committee, Ms. Karen Buchan and Ms. Karen Lane, will assist at this time. I invite the form teachers to now all proceed to the platform as we present the various forms to the Chief Education Officer.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present to you the graduating class of 2022 Form 5 Arts. Devon Alexander.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile.
Jared Edwards.
Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. With my 2 hands in the air,
Caleb Howard. Nicola John. Gadiel Joseph. Xavier Oliver.
sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon.
Kiana Providence.
Every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun.
Andy Richards, Caden Samuel, and Jehaz Wilson.
Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 Arts. Congratulations, guys.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present to you the graduating class of Form 5 Business 1. Jadiel Bilinji. Clifford Brown. Keeman Duncan. Jaden Ford. Zachary Harry. Chavez Hull. Deontay John. Tariq Nichols. Henrico Samuel. Malik Thompson. And Jamal Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 Business 1.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present to you the graduating class of 5 Business 2. Osric Baines, Jamal Kane, Renal Campbell, Donrick Gans, Pess Henry, Davin Horn, Shimron Horn, Matthew Lackram, Daquan Lynch, Roma Miller, James Mitchell, Najee Morgan, Richard Roach, Khalif Sheen, Omarion Small, Kijani Thomas, and Dennis Toussaint. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 Business 2.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present you the graduating class of 2022, Form 5 General Technical. Daron Edwards. Kijon Francis. Devontae McDowell. Terrence Providence. Ajay Adams. Shine Anthony. Alex Ballantyne. Naveed Bentic. Isaiah Clark. Winslan Hazelwood. Renali Hillocks. Cleon Little. Jonte Smith. Pharrell Williams. And Nathaniel Young. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 General Technical.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present to you the graduating class of 2022 Form 5 Integrated. Tristan Bala. Cody Batley. Tejani Brown. Adriel Bullock is not here with us this morning. Aaron Charles. Richard Days. Jaden Daniel Francis. Alistair Forbes. Zinol Games. Jonathan Grant. Rai Gums. Orlando Henry. Noah Horn. James Hutchinson. Matthew Israel. Stephen Millington. Jarek Payne. Annesley Roban Jr. Alex Roberts. Jordan Rogers. Danielle Samuel. Don Paul Samuel. Nije Shallow. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 Integrated.
Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack, I present to you the graduating class of 2022, Form 5 Science. Joshua Brown. Rosario Brown. Irving Carr. Keanu Child. Omario Dick. Zane Edwards. Naeem Greenwich. Joshua Harry. Kevin Homer. Denary James. Eav John. Jamari John. Miles Jones. Daniel Joseph. Kirill Joseph. Jean Paul King. Gabriel Lavigne. Izante Ledger. Ethan Lewis. Tian Myers. Jordan Oliver. Jason Sandy. Michael Williams. And Nikolai Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Form 5 Science.
Thank you very much, form teachers. Thank you very much, Mrs. K. Martin Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to officially present the entire graduating class of the St. Vincent Grammar School for 2022. Gentlemen, please stand as we appreciate the class of 2022. Congratulations. All the very best, you did it. Congratulations once more. Thank you very much. You may have your seats. Please, driver of PU 224, driver of PU 224, someone needs to leave urgently, so please, your cooperation. We wish to express our sincere thanks to the Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack. So at this time, I will invite the head boy, Mr. Nikolai Williams, to present a token of our appreciation to the Chief Education Officer, Mrs. K. Martin Jack. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence and for agreeing to present the graduates with their certificates. Thank you very much. Pastoral care is of critical importance at the St. Vincent Grammar School. The form teachers perform more than just form teaching duties. They are mothers, nurses, doctors, counselors. That's a first port of call when a student has a complaint to the form teacher. At the fifth form level, form teachers have extra responsibilities, such as helping to plan this graduation. We wish to thank each of the five form teachers publicly for the part you played in molding the young men in your care. We'll now present each form teacher at the fifth form level with a token of appreciation. I invite Miss Tanil James of the Form 5 Arts, and I invite Mr. Keanu Providence of 5 Arts to present the token to his form teacher. Thank you very much, Ms. James, for a job well done. Thank you very much. We invite the form teacher of Form 5 Business 1, Ms. Rosalind Paul, and invite Zachary Harry of Form 5 Business 1 to present the token of appreciation. Miss Lani Cambridge of Form 5 Business 2, James Mitchell, please come at this time to present the token of appreciation to Miss Cambridge. At this time, we invite Miss Cherise King, Form 5 General Technical. We invite Mr. Renali Hillocks to come and present the token of appreciation to Miss Cherise King. Renal is a gentle giant. Form 5 integrated Miss Afi Martin. I invite Tijani Brown. And Mr. Rodden of Form 5 Science, we invite Service Ambassador Mr. Irvin Carr to present the token to Mr. Bentic. Thank you very much. Graduating class, could you put your hands together and show your appreciation once more to the Form teachers of Form 5. At this time, quite quickly, we want to also show our appreciation to the headmaster, Mr. Hugh Collins Sam. I invite Mr. Sam to come to the front and invite co-chair of the graduating committee, Ms. Karen Buchan, to present a token of appreciation to Mr. Sam for a job well done and hard work. Thank you very much. I invite Mr. Sam to return. The St. Vincent Grammar School is blessed with some of the hardest working teachers in the entire country. And this is often recognized by the headmaster as he did this morning. Every opportunity he gets, he praised the work of the staff. The planning of this year's graduation required the co-chairs of the committee to go above and beyond the call of duty to ensure the success of this year's ceremony and the activity later this evening. They worked, and then they worked, and then they worked. At times, they were working on fumes. To be honest, Ms. Karen Buchan and Ms. Karen Lane, we cannot repay you for the work you did this year, but we can recognize and show our appreciation for your commitment to task in ensuring this year's graduation was a success. I invite Mr. Sam, the headmaster, to present a small token of our appreciation to the co-chairs of the graduation committee, Ms. Karen Buchan and Ms. Karen Lane. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sam, and once again, thank you very much, Ms. Buchan and Ms. Lane. I now invite Mr. Ezra Ledger, representing the parents of the graduating class of 2022, to make some brief remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ledger.
Check, yes. Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony, Mr. Boucher. Permit me to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Let me say good afternoon to each and everyone. And I'm truly humbled and excited to give brief remarks at this graduation ceremony on behalf of the parents and guardians of the 2022 graduating class of the St. Vincent Grammar School. Naturally, it will take me probably for the rest of the afternoon if I have to really speak on behalf of all parents and guardians. Nonetheless, I know the graduating class has a ball later, so I'm going to make it brief, all right? Truly. I know that all of us here today are elatedly proud of our sons and wards as they have successfully navigated this academic journey. Without a doubt, we as parents and guardians have shared with them the ups and downs of this journey. And yes, we worried especially so at the start of your academic career at St. Vincent Grammar School. We also worried during the height of the COVID pandemic, the volcanic eruptions, and of course, the CSEC examination which we have recently completed. However, we all are fully aware of the greater joy in overcoming and toiling on towards higher heights. And so we are here today to support and congratulate our children on their accomplishment of finishing their journey from this august education institution of quality and excellence. Today's graduation activity is testimony to St. Vincent Grammar School motto, through rough ways to the skies. Stars. Therefore, amidst the many passing scenes of life, we are here to celebrate with our boys, or should I say, with our young men. As we celebrate, we wish them every success in their continued journeys. Appreciatively, we are grateful to the headmasters, both past and present, the staff, both past and present, including the janitors, the groundsmen, and of course the members of the tuck shop, for the care and support, as well as the guidance of our boys during this 5-year journey. Naturally, commendation also in order for all of our parents, guardians, other family members, and friends who have provided love, support to our young men during this period of their lives. And yes, this love and support will continue to the other stages of our children's life. Of course, we express gratitude to all who in one way or the other contributed to our children arriving at this juncture. And above all, we give thanks to Almighty God through His Son Jesus Christ for His mercies, grace, and blessing. And we will continue to trust and have the faith in God for His continued blessing on our children's future endeavor. Again, young men, graduating class of 2022, as parents and guardians, we love you. And we are very proud of you and of your achievement thus far. Congratulations as you graduate from secondary school and now refocus on the next phase in life. Please be assured that we will continue to support and guide you. Congratulations, best wishes, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ledger. At this time, I invite Ms. Afi Martin. And her task this morning is to introduce the valedictorian. At this time, we put your hands together and welcome Ms. Martin as she does the introduction of the valedictorian.
Nikolai entered the St. Vincent Grammar School in September of 2017 in Form 1, Room 21. From the start, he demonstrated that he was an exceptional student academically, averaging over 90% during his first term. Throughout his 5 years at the St. Vincent Grammar School, he maintained an average of over 85%, and in many instances, he has averaged above 90%. Over the years, he also took part in and won various external and internal competitions hosted by the Science, English, and Modern Languages departments. Nikolai is a highly motivated and disciplined student who set high expectations for himself and strived towards achieving these goals. He is well respected by his peers and displayed excellent leadership qualities inside and outside the classroom. Hence, he was appointed as head boy during his final year at the St. Vincent Grammar School. Nikolai is also an active member of the ISCCF group and on many occasions be seen leading devotions at the ISCCF meetings and general assemblies. Nikolai is a well-rounded student, and as such, has a passion for sports. During sports time, one could always see him representing his beloved Miller House in a number of different events, if not all. He is also a lover of football. Many times, I would pass along the corridor and hear him having the usual guys' quarrels with Mr. Boucher and other students about his favorite sport. Nikolai represented the St. Vincent Grammar School in football throughout his 5 years tenure both at the junior and senior levels. He is a diligent and hard worker who wrote CSEC mathematics in 4th form and obtained a grade 1. In the recent sitting of the CSEC examinations, he pursued a further 10 subjects, and I have no doubt he would succeed in them all. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the valedictorian of the 2022 graduating class of the St. Vincent Grammar School, Nikolai Williams.
One. Wow, my voice song deep, boy. Okay. Just a disclaimer, if you hear me speeding up mid-speech, it's because I'm hungry. Okay. Please allow me to accept the already established protocol. Good morning, everyone. Before I get into the main points of my speech, I cannot help but express my gratitude to those who have not only made this event possible, but those who have made my life and the lives of all the graduates seated here today over the course of the past 5 years somewhat easier and more enjoyable. The office attendants, the teachers of the math department, science, modern language, IT, sports, English, and humanities. And if I miss any by chance, I'm sorry. I did not want to start calling names lest I forget one and get in trouble. But there is one teacher I must recognize. The most delusional teacher in grammar school, only because he is a Real Madrid fan, Mr. Boucher. He probably did not want this recognition, but sir, your feats cannot go unacknowledged, so we thank you. There were some teachers who also went beyond their stipulated duties to ensure that we were prepared for our CSEC examinations. Good examples of these were Miss King, Mrs. Oliver, Miss Martin, and Mr. Durant, who all decided to conduct extra classes to ensure that we were well prepared for our CSEC examinations. And I speak for most when I say that those classes were greatly valued. I must also express my sincere appreciation to Anne. It was not easy when we moved over to the new venue, but Anne came through with the bakes and chicken, hot dogs, pizza. And don't forget the I-Cool. I must also convey my deep level of gratitude towards my parents, Lavon and Nathaniel Williams, who put up with my occasional mood swings as a teenager, or should I say, my rebellious phases over the last 5 years at the expense of their mental health. I love you both. On September 4th, 2017, we entered this prestigious institution. Some of us did not know our left from our right. Some often found themselves in gutters because they could not stand up properly or in car. While others struggled to maneuver in our cardboard box uniforms, Stephen and Jordan. We shared so many good memories in Form 1, playing football on the circle, bottle football on the Form 1 block, which led to us breaking louvers, windows, pipes, anything you could think about, we broke. Sorry, Mr. Sam. Soon we moved on to Form 2, 3, Form 4, also known here as Dookie's 12-inch pants foot. And then finally 5, in what seemed to be 10 minutes. It honestly feels like I was drawing a stickman for Mr. Lane in art class just yesterday. And I know Miss Basin will miss my beautiful portrait pieces. I remember a time I was drawing Barack Obama, ended up looking like a dark James Mitchell with a messed up nose. We have grown up so quickly. I literally wear size 12 and have a full beard and mustache. Some of you look like you... Some of you look like you have a family and a job at the bank. It's crazy. On a serious note though, Over the past 5 years, we've not only grown physically, but also mentally. We have been faced with so many challenges: the COVID-19 pandemic, the volcanic eruption, dengue fever, the struggle to integrate online learning in our lives, and then to top it all off, we were given CSEC examinations in full force. When I look back at what we went through, I cannot help but to be amazed at our level of perseverance. Les Brown once said, "When life knocks you down, try to land on your back, because if you can't look up, you can't get up." And graduates, I can confidently say today that we embodied that. Graduation is one of those steps in life that defines a coming of an age, the ending of a chapter, where students move, in this case, to a new stage where they become leaders, doers, and achievers. Life is an improvisation. It follows no script. It has many bumps and potholes, no pun intended, but thankfully, we are humans. God has blessed us with the aptitude to adapt and find a way out of trying times. He has given us the ability to directly communicate with Him, and I just have this feeling that over the course of the next few years, we'll find ourselves on bent knees more often than before. Times are changing and the waves are turbulent. I may be going a little off bit off of what is expected with this segment of my speech, but I feel the deep urge to encourage the graduates, including myself, not to follow the crowd and the trend of the world. I would always say this to myself: do not walk a path that everyone else has trodden. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail, a legacy. I am not sure how successful I have been in doing so over the course of the past 5 years, but with God's help, I do intend to continue trying. A legacy is left through relationships. What effect have you had on a person you've interacted with or been around? This is a question we must ask ourselves. We should strive to be leaders, men who are examples to others, who not only speak, but they demonstrate what they have professed. In this current day and age, there's a lot of noise around us because many persons talk. But if they were to let their actions speak for themselves, then the world would be a much quieter place. Let us not fall into this category. So as I close, I emphasize that we must congratulate ourselves for reaching thus far and give thanks to the Creator, for without Him, none of this would have been possible. So as we go on to pursue our tertiary education in a few months, whether it be in St. Vincent and the Grenadines or overseas, the bonds we have formed over the past 5 years will be tested. But I pray that they are not severed, but rather strengthened. I pray that we keep our soon-to-be alma mater, St. Vincent Grammar School, close to our hearts and occasionally come back to visit this institution. I know that's an impossible task for some of you because you can't wait to go home and get some nice kerosene oil. But anyhow. I must once again thank everyone who has been in our lives, supporting us for the past 5 years. Parents, friends, relatives, teachers, my Discard family. Personally, I do not know what I would have done without your constant support. God bless you, and God bless us all. Per Aspera ad Astra, true of ways to the stars. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Nikolai Williams. Put your hands together again and show some appreciation. A job well done. Thank you very much, Nikolai. And permit me at this time to also recognize his parents, Mrs. Lavon Williams and Nathaniel Williams in the back. Congratulations, you did an excellent, excellent, excellent job. Thank you very much. And indeed, I am going to miss this group of boys, especially our rivalry in terms of football. I am happy that the final year I was able to defeat all the Messi fans in the round of 16. Jordan Rogers, Chelsea in the quarterfinals. Nikolai's Man City in the semi-final. And Michael Williams, Liverpool in the finals. JFK, I'm not forgetting you as well. I defeated all of you. Hala Madrid. Thank you very much. All right, the class of 2022 will now stand and sing for us a specially selected song. We are grateful that we had the assistance of Mr. Brian Maloney. Put your hands together for Brian Maloney, who came on board to assist us in this regard. The song is entitled A Better Tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2022 to do the graduating song. Those who are doing the lead,
No, it's easy. All of us. No, wait for the music. Go in the middle. Let's find us first. Music. And I could beat it. If I leave beat, I'll go some shit. No, show us some honey. Show us some honey for drinking.
Tell you nothing no easy about it, but for real we won't quit, no, yeah. Jano, and every day we get up and feeling the same, oh no, no. Some days we feel drained, yeah. And I know little bit of people I live by we name, oh no, but we still a go through. It's hard to put it on we brain. Cause no man is perfect and we all know, and we all have days of feeling low, but I have faith that I hold on to, working hard to see that tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. We know dreams, we know nightmares. Oh, oh. We know life's sweet, but bitter is there. Yeah, yeah. We only got one life, so we not living unfair. Living in the past won't take you nowhere. It's a new day, the sky is clear. Move on up in there. Cause no man is perfect and we all know, and we all have days of feeling low, but I have faith that I hold on to, working hard to see that tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. Yeah. And so we never stop trying, no, 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 no. Till some days we feel drained. Yeah. And I know little bit of people talk bad about my name, but we never lose sight of my name. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a tomorrow, a better 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 tomorrow.
Sorry, cross.
Thank you very much, young men, and could you put your hands together again for Mr. Brian Maloney, who came on board to assist us with the choir. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the passing on of the light of knowledge. The passing on of the light of knowledge has been a long-held tradition at the St. Vincent Grammar School. It involves the passing of the torch from the outgoing head boy and deputies to the incoming or interim head boy and deputy head boys. At this time, I invite the outgoing head boy, Nikolai Williams, and deputy head boy, Matthew Israel, deputy head boy, Alex Roberts, to come to the front. And I invite interim head boy, Bradley Alexander, deputy head boy, O'Neill Spratt, and deputy head boy, Cohen Barker, to take up their positions. At this time, the head and deputies will down the aisle where they will meet the interim, proceed, meet the interim head and deputies. We invite the headmaster, Mr. Hugh Collins Sam, to come to receive the light of knowledge. They will exchange greetings and whatever wishes to each other as we have the transition. So this a change in the guard in terms of student leadership. We welcome the incoming head boy, Alexander, and Deputy O'Neill Spratt, and Deputy Cohen. Thank you very much. Congratulations, gentlemen, and all the best as you perform your duties in the upcoming school year. At this time, I invite the head boy and valedictorian, Nikolai Williams, to lead the graduating class in reciting the graduate's pledge. I invite the graduates to stand. The pledge, the words to the pledge is in your arm. And the valedictorian will lead the class in reciting the pledge.
Everybody has it? All right. We, the graduates of the St. Vincent Grammar School, pledge to continue to uphold the illustrious, noble traditions of our alma mater, to be loyal and devoted to our God and country, to treasure liberty and truth, and to place a high value on integrity. We pledge to strive to improve the quality of life in our country, to serve our fellow men through hard work and honest toil, and to build a society based on justice, peace, and love.
At this time, for the final time, I invite the graduating class to remain standing. All past students of the St. Vincent Grammar School to also stand. The current and past members of staff of the St. Vincent Grammar to also stand. I invite Mr. Clive Brown, who is going to lead us in the singing of the school song.
We hail our alma mater, the guardian of our youth, the mother of our character, guiding us search for truth. A healthy mind and body, she helps us to attain. For aspera ad astra, our motto and our aim. For aspera ad astra, our motto and our aim. We sing of heights achieved at study and at play, of diligence maintained, thorough for smoother way, with those who come before us and those who follow on. We join in one great chorus to sing this glorious song. For aspera ad astra, let strains ring loud and long.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Clive Brown. At this time, just as we ask God's blessing at the commencement of the ceremony, we wish to thank God for his blessings. Also, we wish to have God's blessing, special blessing on the graduating class. So at this time, I invite Reverend Kelron Harry, Senior Pastor, Church of the Nazarene, Annesville, who will do the blessing. I also once again invite the graduating class to stand for the blessing over your lives.
Amen. I just want to say a special congratulations to all of you boys who are graduating today on behalf of the PTA. I know it has been a difficult time, but today it has been worth it all. Amen? So God bless you. Let us look to God in prayer. The word of the Lord says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a bright future." Dear Lord, bless the lives of these graduates with goodness and love. Help them to use their gifts wisely, pursue their dreams boldly, and guide them to a great future. Father, let them know that this is not the end of a thing, but just a new beginning, a transition to even more. So I pray, oh Father God, that they will continue to work hard and not just depend on natural ability, but they will understand that to succeed, they must put in great effort. Also, God, help them to understand that all that they do, every dream that they have, For your words say, many are the plans of the hearts of men, but it is you, the Lord, who establishes a thing. So, Father, help them to lean on you, depend on you, and trust you to make their dreams come true. Bless them, bless the teachers, the faculty, everyone that is responsible for this great institution. Be with them and may they grow from strength to strength. Thank you for everything that happened here today, for it was certainly a great time together. We thank you, we praise you. In Jesus' name, amen.
You may have your seats. Thank you very much, Reverend Harry. The deputy head boy, Matthew Israel, has the task of doing the vote of thanks this morning. We wish to thank all the persons who would have made this ceremony a success. At this time, I invite Matthew Israel to now come and do the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. With protocol having already been established, I will proceed with my duty to express thanks on the behalf of the staff, parents, and graduates of the St. Vincent Grammar School. To Mrs. K. Martin Jack, Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, for your presence here with us today to graciously receive our graduating class of 2022. Special thanks to the management of Edwin D. Lane and Sons, family of the late Mr. Andrew Cummings, QC, members of the Dr. Earl King Foundation, Mr. Louis Deschamps, the management of Central Water and Sewage Authority, Mr. Kurt De Silva, Ms. Kamisha Williams of Learning for Living, the management of Advanced Health, Urgent Care and Wellness, and the management of Saul EC Limited, and the family of the late Sir Frederick Ballantyne, for your contribution towards the special awards and prizes for our graduates. Your devotion and support over the years has been unwavering. Thank you to the alumni of the SVGS Old Boys family for your sponsorship of the various subject awards. Special thanks to Mr. Brian Maloney for assisting us with the graduation song. Thanks to Reverend Kelran Harry for rendering the blessings on the graduating class of 2022. Thank you to the management of Budgemart, Vinci Print Plus, and One St. Vincent Group Inc. for your assistance with the production of the awards, trophies, and tokens. Special thanks to Pastor Cecil Richards and the Kingston Baptist Church for hosting us on very short notice. Thanks to Mr. Steve Wallace for providing live streaming services so that our family and friends who could not be here today have the opportunity to still be a part of our graduation celebration. To Mr. Komijong of the Government Pantry for your assistance with the printing of the graduation program. Special thanks to Mrs. Margaret Leacock for her contribution to the decor at today's venue. Thanks to Mr. Jalil Williams for assistance with the sound engineering on our special day. I will end on a personal note. To those who have guided us along the way throughout our years at the St. Vincent Grammar School, our teachers, parents, and well-wishers present here today or watching by live stream, on the behalf of the graduating class of 2022, we say a sincere and resounding thank you.
And thank you very much, Matthew Israel, for thanking everybody. Just before the recessional, graduates, if you wish, in terms of transporting your plaques, the boxes are here. So after the recessional, you can collect the boxes from Miss Lane and Miss Buchan to transport your plaques. Members of staff, after the recessional, please do not leave. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats. We will allow the dignitaries, specially invited guests, to leave first, followed by the staff and then the graduates. At this time, Mr. Jalil Williams will give us carefully selected music for the recessional. Graduates, stand to your feet. At this time, Mr. Sam will lead the procession the recessional, sorry. Thank you, everybody, and do enjoy the rest of the day.
Pressures of a life and it tough. Now stay down, mama, time pick it up. Now bother with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. Now pick it up when the bills, them, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah. Like a past split, turn up the music. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. Skanking sweet, for every pain there's a melody, yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make we sing together. And who said life no